What's up, y'all? We back at it, man, and this is the spoiler video for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, when it comes to this movie, it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I will say it's probably top 3, top 5. I really just got to sit down and look at it. I've seen it multiple times this weekend, so I can give my honest opinion. It's in the top 5. I have to go back and watch The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, and I'll have to go back and watch Spider-Man 2 with Toby, just to confirm where I would place this one at, because those two were my favorite. Those two right there, top notch if you ask me. But as far as the movie overall, when it comes to things I dislike, I don't like the way they handle Tombstone. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When it came to Tombstone, I was expecting him to be the main villain of this movie, just because how they were like kind of hush on showing him in the trailers. We really didn't see him until right before the movie release. So I was thinking he was going to be the big bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But then it comes out and you only get him for, I don't even think he was in the movie longer than 3 seconds. He might have got at most 5 seconds. And it's clear that they probably had some bigger scenes with him and they probably cut it out, probably to save time. But that would be my second biggest gripe of the movie. Number one is the end credits for that movie. I sat there and watched all these credits to get there and just see something they could have showed. I've been done with end credits, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. Not just with this movie, just in general. Like, yo, just show that shit at the end of the movie and let us leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fan of it. And this one was like one of the worst end credits I've ever seen. You just get the little map showing that Spider-Man is located in space, which is crazy to think that it can detect that he's in space somewhere, because it was made by Ned, who just have the regular technology of an average man. They didn't say he working at this special laboratory that has all type of equipment that helps enhance the boost of this, you know what I'm saying, locator for Spider-Man. Not only that, people who see Spider-Man are the ones who put it in on the app. So who the hell out there in space that saw Spider-Man say, oh, let me get the Ned app, put it on the app, put his location out. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Wasn't a fan of now I think she did a good job, Jean Grey. I think she was good for the role she played, but I don't think she should have been the final boss, if you ask me, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this movie. I just feel like maybe the company that was, you know what I'm saying, that took her sister out, I just think maybe they should have had someone, either a mutant or some extremely powerful person working for them, and we would have seen a battle between that particular character and Spider-Man. I would have liked that for the end. I just feel like Jean Grey being the final villain, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it. But although I do like the way they handle her, I didn't even know Jean Grey had a sister. I had to look it up. Apparently, she does have a sister, but in the comics, her sister wasn't known as a mutant. She was just known as a regular human. But yeah, it's true. So I like the way they handled Jean Grey, in my opinion. I think it was cool. I've never been the biggest Jean Grey outside of the Dark Phoenix saga, or the Phoenix saga in general, and then the Dark Phoenix saga. Those are the only times I really rocked with her. Outside of that, I wasn't the biggest fan of her character. Not to say she was the bad character, I just was never the biggest fan. And I will say this movie made me like her a little bit more. The stuff with Elena, I thought that was hilarious, brought a little comedy to it. I don't know, I just think Elena's really good as the new Black Widow. Maybe it's just me who feels like that, but I really enjoy her character. I don't know if it's the accent or how she just, like, her humor is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different from what we normally get in the MCU. Like, her humor it's like she's not trying to be funny, but it's funny, and to me, that's the best type of comedy, if you ask me. So I really enjoy her roles in the movie. When it comes to an Incredible Hulk, I think they handled him very well. It was short-lived, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want him to be the biggest focus of the movie. So, shout out to how they did Mark Ruffalo, Incredible Hulk. And the best part about this wasn't even the moments of Peter as Spider-Man, but it was more so Peter as Peter, if you ask me. Like, the moments where he was like just going through it. He had you know what I'm saying, he had got to Mary Jane or MJ, And this scene right here was just so incredible where, Jean Grey took over MJ's mind. We didn't know at the time, and she just pretty much says, I knew it was you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just found it too coincidental that, all these times you showed up and saved me and did this for me. It just, I knew you had to be something special. I remember, they kiss and she's like, I remember you. But it turns out to be MJ playing a joke. I mean, not MJ, but Jean Grey playing a joke. And it's just like, yo, damn, that part was just so, and you could just see the tears. Like, you could see that build up in Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, that shit hurt him. Like, he didn't know how to handle that. Like, yo, and you could see that he kind of snapped right there. He grabbed her by the neck, and it's like he forgot that it was the body of MJ, because it's like he was like, get out of her. But it looked like he was going to hurt the body. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You had some epic moments. That was a real epic moment. Like, Jean Grey did some really, like, she held her own as a villain. I just don't think she should have been the last and final villain, if you ask me. But yeah, you have a moment where she does that, which was really ruthless. You have it where she make this one guy walk out in traffic and get hit by a car. She has some ruthless moments, and I did feel sorry for her because what happened with her sister and how she was abandoned with her mom. I did feel sorry about that as well. I also like the way they handled the cop lady. I can't remember her name. Zayas. I like the way they handled her and her relationship with Spider-Man, and how in the comics eventually, in the comics she gets her own issue or own cover where she actually dies. And I imagine that's going to happen at some point, because I think Tom Holland is supposed to be doing 3 more Spider-Man movies. So I imagine in one of those movies she's going to pass away. I'm glad they didn't rush it and do it in this movie. I'm also glad they didn't rush, MJ and getting her memories back. I like the fact that they kept it where, it was just a movie focused on Peter not getting what he wanted, the woman he loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if they would have did it, don't get me wrong, I do want it to happen, but I feel like if they would have did it in this movie, it would have been way too soon, and it would have took away from, the stakes in the previous movie. So I like the way they did that. I could honestly say they did a great job with that portion. Like I said, this movie has a lot of great things. It's just only a few small nitpicks, like I said, like the tombstone thing, Jean Grey being the final boss. And I will say the hospital scene with, the Punisher. Don't get me wrong, the Punisher made the movie amazing. He did a great job. But just the fact that he was able to sit in the hospital and the police ain't do nothing. Like, he's not your typical superhero. He's a vigilante. Like, he does messy work. So I imagine the police are looking for him just as much as they're looking for villains. So to think that he was able to stay in the hospital, walk around all really willy-nilly, that just seems a little far-fetched. That would be a gripe for me, but everything else with this movie I thought was pretty good. And you have it where at the end people are speculating that Ned got his memories back, but I'm gonna have to break it to you guys. Nah, Ned didn't get his memories back when he did the DAP and shit. Pretty much Peter, MJ was calling Peter when he was in his Spider-Man outfit. So when he said I'm Peter and did the DAP to Ned, Ned was like, Peter. He was saying, Peter, like, yo, you were the guy, you're Spider-Man. I know you're Spider-Man because that's what MJ called you. So that's what it was with Ned. I thought that was nice, a little nice twist for some people to get confused. So I thought that was done well as well. But all in all, really great, movie. Like I said, not the best Spider-Man, but way far from the worst. I would say, like I said, it's in my top 3 to top 5. I just got to really sit down. As far as live action, I just got to sit down and actually like map them out. But let me know y'all thoughts down below on this one. And if you like the video, thumb it up, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.